I don't know what if that's a code word or not. I don't know. It always sounds funny when you read it, though. LRMR might find the strength to get back up again. VIR still coming down. Mental stop loss there at $11. So we'll see. Mental stop loss at $11 on VIR. We'll see if it drops. William, good morning. Vicky, good morning. Kathleen, good morning. LRMR was good to me. Yes, that was a good one. Did very well on that one, by the way. Did very well. Bonnie, good morning. Yeah, this is my flea market hat. I got this at the flea market. We had a press release this morning on LRMR, and stock went from $2.88 and it hit 403 at one point. It has since pulled back down to the 280s. Beyond that, we haven't had any really big news. CLVT moved up a little bit on earnings report. But news has been pretty light this morning, as it's been for a couple of weeks now. Vincent, good morning. Oh, let's see. Earnings snapshot. You know, I've not had a single press release pop up on our microfloat scanner. Not a single one. Which is really unusual. We usually have at least one, even if it's not great news, but there's always at least one. And there's been nothing, not a single one this morning. Let's take a look at FULC. 750 to 10. You grab that dip down there, Chili, at 750. Beautifully done. Wow, nice trade. We just hit 1009. So that was another press release. They put out a pretty decent press release this morning on FULC, and the stock dropped. I mean, it went from $11.50 on that news to $7.18. I mean, it really dropped on the news, and it was pretty good news. However, it did recover some. it's gone from that 718 low back to 1009. So it dang near $3 back up again. VIR at 311.38. So we've got about 38 more cents for that to drop before I got to let it go. Hopefully it decides to turn around and go back up before then. That's just my mental stop loss at $11. Carrie, good morning. David, good morning. LRMR just had a nice press release this morning on it. And it popped up pretty good from 288 to 403. Nice climb on that press release. Looks like CLVT is trying to push back up. CLVT was another one. They put out an earnings report this morning, and that stock has gone, it went from $1.78 to 217. Nothing huge. Pulled back. It's sitting at 215 right now. So let's go back and look at FULC. Still hanging in there. Be nice to see that go back to 11. Especially anybody that caught that climb back up. 7, 8, even $9. Did pretty well on that one. But now we just got to wait for the 8 o'clock press releases. Seven really didn't give us too much other than FULC, and that didn't do well right at first. CLVT, LRMR. So we are getting press releases that are moving, that are pushing up and providing some opportunity, but we're not getting those big ones that we are so used to getting. So now you notice on Zoom, you notice the screen getting a little bit, little dark, a little light there, getting fuzzy. That's from the sunlight coming in the window of the office. Oh my goodness. And thank you for double tapping that screen and putting those hearts up. I appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Really appreciate it. Next big milestone is going to be the 1,000 mark. That's the ever elusive mark on YouTube, is the 1,000 subscribers. That's where it starts making a difference. So we're hoping we get there someday. that high dollar shade. My pizza box. How many of you remember the pizza box? Ariel, good morning. Oh my gosh. When I first built this office, I built this office from scratch next to the house. And before I had any window treatments up or anything, the sun comes up back behind me here, and it would come through the window and just completely white out the camera. Couldn't see anything on camera. And I didn't have, like, that morning, I didn't have anything to help block the sunlight out because I didn't have anything up on the windows yet because I just built the office. So I took an old pizza box and cut it up and put a pizza box up in the window to help block the sunlight out. Boy, did I get made fun of for that. The wolf pack was relentless. All right, see, VBIX. Quantum Transportation achieves implementation milestone, paving the way for quantum hardware testing. VBIX. There goes CLVT, now up to 220 for everybody that's been following along. 221, going up on an earnings report. Yeah, a really slow contractor. It's 30. It was 30 degrees here this morning, Bob. It's 32 now, but it was 30 degrees this morning in Central Florida. That's nuts. Sponsorship by Pizza Hut. VBIX. Victor, Bravo, India, X-ray, VBIX. Yeah, I'm wondering about the strawberry fields. That's a good point, Bob. I wonder how the strawberry crop is going to be this year with this freezing weather. We had a frost advisory. Those things get frosted over, man, and kills them all. Not going to be good for the not going to be good for those strawberries. Price of strawberries is going to go through the roof. LRMR trying to push back over 4. 4 has been an ever elusive number here on this one. It keeps smacking 4 and getting knocked down. Yes, VIR is down below 11. That hit my mental stop loss. I want to see LRMR break 4. Just to show us it can do it. Was the pizza box empty? Yes. Oh, well, maybe they'll be okay. I hope they're okay because that's a lot of lost money if they're not. So, I hope they do well. All right, we got a minute and a half, and we'll get those 8 o'clock press releases. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button to the channel. Appreciate it very much. Don't know what we'll get at 8. Maybe nothing. It's always possible. We're getting absolutely nothing we can work with on press releases. Then again, we might get 1 or 2 that do really, really well for us. So it's always a mixed bag of who knows what's going to pop up. Down 47 pounds. Can we stop talking food? Oh, shoot. All right. Let's see what 8 o'clock throws here. Fingers crossed. Oh, let's hope. Let's hope. Let's hope. Let's hope. Maybe a micro float. Oh, that would be sweet. All right, 20 seconds to go. Because of your videos, I've made the decision to move to Florida. Sick of the snow. I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit. The snow is not good. All right, let's see what we've got here. 8 o'clock. Class action lawsuit. AKTS Microfloat. AKTS receives U.S. FDA fast track designation. That's on AKTS. It's a $23 stock, so it might be out of your wheelhouse a little bit, but it is a micro float, so it's only got 625 shares traded on it, so there's no volume. But it is a micro float with fast track designation, so there's that. Let's see. ZSPC partners with 8 million stories to reignite hope and break barriers. Junk. Conference. ARTL providing a business update. Lucy, Lucy, announces a new distribution with a major European retailer. ERAS has a new U.S. patent. TLIH 10 League International Holdings Limited announces their fiscal 2025 guidance. It's up about 22%. TLIH. Man, I'm not seeing anything. Ezra Reliance Global Group, EZRA, trying to push up. GFAI. GFAI pushing up a little. TLIH, that one's up 25%. Class action lawsuit, conference call. CDIO trying to push up. Cardio Diagnostics, CDIO, pushing up. TLIH now up 31%. LRMR still fighting. TLIH up 34%, 35%. Let's pull that one up. TLIH, got it on the screen here. You can see the nice push that one's had on it. Let's take a look at CDIO. CDIO that I mentioned to you, still pushing up. Now up to 346. We wicked up to 347. NXL announces pivotal Halo Clarity trial to support planned de novo FDA submission. That's on NXL. SPAI, SafePro, to demonstrate integrated AI capabilities on General Dynamics mission systems at a U.S. Army TIC 2.0 event at Fort Hood. TLIH up 35%, NXL up 14%. Doesn't look like anything from 8 o'clock. CVU, Says they've received additional orders worth $9 million from Lockheed Martin for F-16 structural assemblies. That's on CVU, Charlie Victor uniform. Class action lawsuit. Class action lawsuit. TNMG leverages AWS's Cairo to accelerate AI-enabled operational advancements. TLIH up 48%. Anybody banking on that one? It's up 50%. Mutter says TLH to 55. Mitch, good morning. We just hit 48.5 on TLIH. Steve's in at 38. Lock in that profit. Be sure to pay yourself. Up 52%, 53. Webull kept putting this can only be liquidated on the screen each time I attempted to buy. Huh. Webull must not like that stock too much. Ariel in at 37. 49. We just hit 49.6, up 55% now. $56. 49, 51, boom, 66%. Bob, CDIO from 322 to 345. Nice. We at 53.04. Yeah, Rhino, I don't blame you. If you don't see that press release that just really grabs you, better to just hang out. Steve, 38 to 52 on TLIH. Nice quick trade there. Good trade, Steve. Good trade. Looks pretty nice on the chart, don't it? That looks, except for this little dip here, but boy, it really popped after that dip. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. Well, now we've got a few more minutes until we get the 8:30 press releases. And if you would like to stick around with us, we'll hang out till 8:30. We'll throw those 8:30 press releases out and see if there's anything in there. And then we'll say goodbye. Oh, and get back to Zoom. Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. Beam. Class action lawsuit. OPTT says they've received a $1.5 million U.S. Coast Guard order for installation and deployment of operational buoy systems. It's on OPTT. Ooh. Ticker symbol NB, November Bravo, NB. Pricing of a $100 million public offering of common shares. Of $5 per share. Price is at $5.21 right now and falling. I'm going to go back and look at that micro float AKTS. No volume. It's doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Looks like TLIH is getting pulled down. We'll see if it can recover. Let's see. TLIH. LRMR definitely getting pulled down. Silo. Ezra. Not much. Warner Brothers. Discovery confirms receipt of a revised proposal from Paramount. They're trying to buy Warner Brothers. As long as they leave my cartoons alone. TLIH, come on, push, push, push. We'll see if that can recover. It's trying. It's fighting. Oh, my goodness. What a slow morning. We're getting a few here and there, like TLIH, for example. We're getting a few, but none of them are really moving huge, like 100%, 200%. We love those. CBLT is going sideways. Don't think we're going to see much action there. IOVA, IOVA trying to curl up. Iovance Biotherapeutics, IOVA. Trying to curl. Yeah, VIR. I had to, my mental stop loss on that one was $11, so I had to dump it at 11, but I still did okay on it. I was hoping that one would climb back up. I'd still be in the money even if I was still holding it, but I figured 11 was all I wanted to tolerate. I've got Iova on the screen here. On the left side over here. Let's put TLIH over here. See, it's not doing much, is it? Oh, excuse me. 8.5 minutes. If we can hold out that long. Iova pushed up some more, 318. Conference. NXL. THR. Class action lawsuit. Class action lawsuit. Class action lawsuit. Good heavens. Iova just went up to 333. For those of you that have been trading that one, just popped. Class action lawsuit. Gosh, a lot of class action lawsuits. Iova just wicked to 336. Has a large float, but it's got a large short presence too. All right, 6 minutes. Can you hang out for 6 minutes? Oh, my primary trading platform is E-Trade. I've been an E-Trade user from the very beginning. I use Webull as sort of a backup account I use Webull in the early morning trading, like at 4 o'clock in the morning, because E-Trade you can't start till 7 a.m. So I use Webull between 4 and 7 if there's something I want to get into. And then I start using E-Trade at 7. TLIH just wicked up over 50 again. Yeah, he gave them the bird last night. Said he's focused on YouTube. Well, maybe more people will leave TikTok in time. I'm very, very thankful for TikTok. I mean, I got to tell you, I'll be honest, 90, 98% probably of everybody in the wolf pack came from TikTok. So, I'm eternally grateful for the platform. But I just not happy with the way they treat people's money. It's a little underhanded, in my opinion. When somebody is generous enough to donate like $10 in a live stream, and somebody goes out of their way to say, "Hey, I really appreciate what you're doing," and they send like a $10 gift thing on a live stream, and the creator gets like $1.20 out of it, that's, to me, that's stealing. That just not, it's not right. It just doesn't feel right. Pinky found you from Jay. Yeah, Jay pushed a lot of people our way as well. 54 we just hit on TLIH. We just hit a new high on that stock. VIR. Reports positive updated phase 1 results. VIR. And the price is dropping. $26K, Ryan. Holy cow. Yeah, take a look at it. Take a look at VIR. TLIH still hanging in there, trying to push. We'll see if we can see how far this is going to drop on VIR. But I think you're right, Valerie. I think it's oversold. So we could be in for a nice bounce on this one on VIR. AREB, SAFE accelerates dealer-led growth through Utah's A1 SAFE and Vault and Western Hunting Conservation Expo. FEED, FEED, strengthens its patent portfolio. It's a micro float. NIVF, also micro float, provides recap of strategic progress as diversification fuels success and positions the company for a breakout year. It's on NIVF, micro float. HCTR authorizes $2 million share repurchase program. HTCR. Reborn Coffee, REBN, announces a strategic distribution partnership with Cisco to support national franchise expansion. HTCR. Let's see what we got here with this one. So we got the initial bump on the news from 28 cents to 36, then a pullback to 32. We'll see if that bounces any higher. V-Wave, VWAV, announces execution of a definitive agreement to acquire a 51% controlling stake in certified aerospace manufacturer, supporting their structural components and systems publicly known as the Iron Dome. That is on V-Wave, VWAV. Just dropped down to 838. Let's see if that's going to pop. HTCR, the one on the share repurchase, that's up 26%. HTCR starting to move back up. We'll see which of those starts to move here. Let's go back and look at LRMR. Still can't get over that $4. Ezra coming down. IOVA from earlier, remember? Still pushing. Just wicked up to 335. We wicked up to 336. about 10 minutes ago. Let's see if it wicks up any higher this time. I have V-Wave listed at 11 million public float. It could be wrong, but Scans has it at 11.5. Momo has it at 5.2 million. So they're all over the place. IOVA, come on. It's been a nice climber. V-Wave trying to push up again. TGL, Microfloat. TGL reports second quarter year 2026 financials. No volume, no movement. BRTX expands global protection for ThermoStem, a potentially longer lasting and safer cell-based alternative to GLP-1 drugs. It's a little 21-cent stock. IOVA just wicked to 339, so we got a new high there. Let's go back and look at VIR. Anybody take the dip on that? HTCR. HTCR, not doing nothing. CDIO, where are we at here with this one? Whew, I got hammered. That was about it. Not seeing anything. All right. AMD is popping on a $100 billion chip order from Meta. There you go. He hasn't been. I don't know. Plate lunch. I'm not sure what happened to him. I'm not sure where he. I think he still does live streams. I think he. Talking about Jay. Jay's still doing live streams, isn't he? On TikTok. Not regularly. Okay, so he's still on TikTok. He's just not on there routinely like he used to be. He's on a lot at night. He likes to do those battles. He talking about Jay Diamond. He likes doing those battles at night. He makes good money on those battles at night. He makes really good money on those. He likes doing those. But he still gets on every once in a while. Yeah, J Rock's still doing his thing. He may be switching over to YouTube as well. Byron, yes, they do. Yes, they do. TikTok takes a cut of everything more than they should. Yeah, I had nothing against any platform, TikTok, YouTube, any of them, taking a percentage of what people donate as far as like gifts and stuff. Nothing wrong with them taking a percentage of it. I mean, it is their platform, they're operating it, they're giving people the ability to make money on it. So, yeah, I get that they take a percentage. I just think they take too big of a percentage. I think they're taking way beyond, to me, what seems reasonable. And that's the part I don't like about it. And I think sometimes people that donate, people that throw those gifts out during TikTok like battles and all that stuff, I don't think they realize just how much of that money that they're throwing out there that the creator's not even getting it. I don't think they realize just how much TikTok takes of that. I think if they did, they'd stop throwing that money out there. That's a lot of that can be a lot of money, of hard-earned money, people's hard-earned money that they really expect the creator to get, and they don't. And I think people would be highly disappointed if they realize just how much TikTok takes of that stuff. It's insane. And that's why I don't do it. I don't do the battles on TikTok. I'm not really even on TikTok much anymore. I just don't like the way they treat people. I understand it's a business, you know. 59 $59, 59.99 a month. Holy smokes. That's a bit much. That's a bit much. That is a that's a bit much. That is a bit much. there's just a thin line there between, are you trying to help people or are you just trying to make money off of people? There's a line there. And I think when you start charging that kind of money, it's not about helping people anymore. It's about making money off of people. INBS partners with Boegas UK, part of a multi-billion-dollar global construction giant for UK drug testing rollout. Okay, that's on INBS. MAIA. MAIA. Phase 3 momentum demonstrates potential breakthrough anti-cancer opportunity in a $50 billion immunotherapy market. That's on MAIA. Investment group range sale of Brandon McDonald's currently setting up was capital place to announce this update. Industries. All right. HTCR starting to curl up here. I got that one on the chart. Looks like VIR starting to curl up as well. I don't know if anybody took the dip down there on that or not, but I think that was oversold quite a bit. Yeah, if I don't doubt at all that some of those creators are helping people. Some of them are scammers, no question about it. And some of them are truly helping. You just have to be able to discern between which ones are which. That's hard to do sometimes. Yes, Cindy, I pay all the sales tax out of pocket. Everything, I pay for everything. I don't add sales tax on it because um, I try to keep the subscription price the same. I'm trying really hard not to raise the subscription price. Vicky, you have a great day. Darn good. Did you get an office helper? Yes, I did. But Let me revisit that one. Where was that at? Was that part of the 8 o'clock? Where'd it go? Looking for the press release. I haven't seen any press releases yet that strike me as insanely good. I haven't seen any of those yet. There it is. Execution of definitive agreement to acquire 51% controlling stake. Platform Pearson, a $10 million development, so how to build scalable defense industry platform. Yeah, as far as the company is considered, absolutely, that's good news. It's more revenue, so yeah, that's good news. It's just hard to tell how the market responding to it right now. You can see the market's not responding very well to it. But it is good news, absolutely. MAIA up 10%. Yeah, and it doesn't look like markets. Ongoing phase 3 approval clinical trial for their drug holds high probability of technical success for interim and full analysis. FDA fast track designation offers a clear pathway as a third line therapy for non-small cell lung cancer. First and only direct telomere targeting anti-cancer agent in clinical development anywhere. So, I mean, it's good news, definitely good news, but market's not treating it real well. MAIA, Ahmad, that's the one I was just reading off. Yeah, with regard to raising prices and stuff, you go from $9 a month and say, here, I'm gonna help everybody out for $9 a month, and then you go to almost $60 a month. What's changed? Your time hasn't changed. The time that you're in front of the camera hasn't changed. The cost of turning your computer on hasn't changed, unless the electric bill goes up or something. But that's one of the, that's one of the things that always, I don't want to say it bugs me, but it can be an indicator of what somebody's up to. When you go from $9 to $60, and nothing's really changed other than your price. Um, it sits funny in my gut. So that's all I'm saying is that, you know, when you go that drastic of a, I mean, that'd be like me going from $25 to $100. That would be ridiculous. So I've tried to keep my expenses has increased since I started doing this. Um, you know, I spend $500 a month just on subscriptions to scanners. So yeah, I could raise the price up a little bit to help cover some of that cost, but that's not why I'm here. I'm not here to not here to try to get rich, you know. My my trading, my own personal trading is what funds, you know, this all the subscriptions that I have. You know, when I got and it's actually more than that. It's probably closer to $700 a month if I figure in my Starlink. I got the Starlink for one reason and one reason only, so that when I was in my RV, I could do live streaming on Zoom. That was the only reason I got it. I don't need it otherwise. I've got data service. I don't need Starlink, but I got it so that I could live stream. And, you know, it's just another added expense that I take on. But like I said, my trading takes care of that. I don't need to bump a subscription from $25 to $50 or $80 to try to cover those expenses. I let my trading do that. And anybody that you're following, anybody that you're subscribing to, hear me out now. Anybody you're subscribing to on TikTok or any place else, as far as trading, and you're learning from them, and they're the expert, they're the ones that are supposed to know what they're doing. If their trading is not, if they're not making enough in trading to pay for any subscriptions they might have to have for scanners or computer equipment or whatever it is they're using to do what they do, if their trading is not good enough that their trading is what's paying for all that, then why follow them? Why are you learning from somebody who doesn't even make enough trading to be able to pay for a subscription? They have to charge you to help pay for their subscriptions. That's all I'm saying. There's a fine line between I do this to help people and I do it to make money. I'm charging people to make money. So that's all I'm saying with that. That it's just food for thought. Food for thought. ONMD. announces a strategic neurodata partnership with Resirius to advance EEG-based digital biomarkers. ONMD. Would you still have the subscriptions if you didn't have the Wolf Pack? Upcoming conference. Partner, driver systems. Trying to go through the 9 o'clock stuff here. That MYGN presenting abstract information to reinforce the clinical impact. Went up a little bit. MYGN. INTA and Anthropic collaborate to bring expert AI agents to highly regulated professional firms. Would you have subscriptions if you didn't have the Wolf Pack? If the Wolf Pack wasn't a thing, if the Wolf Pack didn't exist, I wouldn't be online right now. I wouldn't bother with it. Bob, CDIO 338 to 355. But I would have these scanners. The only thing I wouldn't have probably if I wasn't doing live streaming on Zoom, the only thing I probably wouldn't have in terms of the subscriptions that I pay for, when I talk about those $500 a month in subscriptions, the only thing I wouldn't have is probably Starlink. But I would have all these scanners for my personal trading, whether you guys were here with me or not. I would be using them for my own trading. So look at the logic there. I'm going to use these scanners whether you guys are here or not, for me, use them for me. So why would I charge you to help cover the cost of those scanners? I'm using them already anyway at my own expense because my trading covers the costs of those things. So I'm just saying, when somebody tells you I have to charge you more because I have to cover the costs of what it costs me to do business here, wouldn't you be using it anyway for your own trading? Why charge me extra $40 more a month to cover the costs on a scanner that you would be using anyway, whether I was here or not? See, that doesn't make any sense. And that's why I'm saying you got to kind of read between the lines sometimes with some TikTok creators and other people in YouTube and all those places. You got to cut through the nonsense a little bit and use your common sense. And the light bulb will go off, and you'll go, well, that doesn't make any sense. If he's using those scanners for himself anyway, why charge extra for them? Doesn't make sense. Unless you're paying for a private jet. Got to pay for that private jet. Turner, looks like we got Turner coming off of businesses pass off their greed. Exactly. They pass off their costs, okay? You're absolutely right. A business, if it incurs extra costs, it passes that on to the consumer. Absolutely 100% correct. But here's the difference. That business is in business to make money. That's why they pass the cost on to the consumer. Otherwise, they're not going to make any money. It's about making money. A business is about making money. So when you incur extra costs, when you incur extra subscriptions, when you incur, I got to get a new computer screen, I got to get new this, I got to get new that, you're operating a business. So you pass the cost of that on to the customers. Otherwise, you're not going to make any money. But again, it goes back to making money. They're there to make money. That's why they do it. So when a creator's telling you, I got to charge you more because I've got all these extra costs, that right there tells you the reason they're doing it, the reason it's being raised is because they're trying to make money. And they're trying to make that money off of the customer, off of the consumer. That makes sense? That's what a business is in business for. So and I'm not bashing anybody. I don't care what other people do. I really don't. I just hate to see people get taken advantage of. And they don't even know they're being taken advantage of. That's the part that, if you know you're being taken advantage of and you do it anyway, hey, that's on you. But I hate to see people get taken advantage of and they don't even realize it because they think what they're paying for, the value is there. Like I'm not getting taken advantage of. I'm paying X number per month, but that's just the going price. I mean, can't get it no cheaper than that. That's, if you're going to do it, you're going to play the game, that's what you got to pay. And that's not always the case. Sometimes you're getting ripped off and you don't even know it. So and that's why I've been at $25 ever since the first day I started. BRTX trying to push up here. Turner's coming off of a reverse split, TRNR. if you look at it right now, it shows that it's up about 858%, but that's because of the reverse split. Yes, we just had a fireside chat. Kelly Sue. Yeah, I understand completely. And I'm not bashing him either. I had nothing. I don't have a dog in the fight. You know what I mean? I don't care what anybody does out there. And I certainly am not, I'm not that guy that sits and bashes other people and just, I don't have the energy for that. I'm probably, well, I'm not even going to say, I was going to say I was one of the nicest people you're ever going to meet, but that sounds like I'm tooting my own horn, but I'm not like that. I'm not a basher, and I get aggravated when I see them on TikTok, different creators that are, you can tell right off the bat that they're trying to scam people. I think Jay had a really great thing going. Jay Rock's got a great thing going. They're and on a personal level, they're probably great people. Tabrizi, Tabrizi to me is just entertainment only. He's a he's he doesn't come across as somebody you would probably take too serious when it comes to stock trading, but he's very entertaining. He's fun to watch. I like to just tune in sometimes and watch him talk because it's hilarious. But you have to discern between what's entertainment and what's to be taken serious. And I think everybody knows. Everybody knows out there who's who and what they're about. We struggle to know which cup to use at the wall. that was at Bucky's where I had trouble with the coffee cup. Oh gosh, I got scolded at Bucky's for using the wrong coffee cup. They were serious, man. They were not going to let that coffee go in the wrong cup. And I seriously, if you could have seen the look on my face, I was like baffled, like stunned and baffled and confused. Like I'm not understanding what's going on here right now. They take their cup seriously. BRTX trying still to push up. Let's see what else we got popping up here. Rime, R-I-M-E, awarded Simicab awarded pilot with Coca-Cola India. R-I-M-E. Largest bottling partner in India to launch a pilot transportation program with Simicabs, collaborative freight platform. R-I-M-E. ADIL. Microfloat says they've regained full compliance with NASDAQ's listing requirements. BRTX now up over 27. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button, by the way. I appreciate that on Traveling Trade Adventures. Really do appreciate it. Maybe one day we'll get up to 1,000. We'll have some new content coming. I'm going to hit the flea market. Again, a different flea market this time. Potentially on Sunday. I think maybe Sunday. I'm not 100% sure, but I think Sunday I may do that. ALUR, remember that one? They are exercising warrants for $3 million in cash proceeds. So they are down 30%. Oh my goodness. EDSA. Edisa Biotech reports additional positive results from a phase 3. That's on EDSA. Kevin, you have a great day, my friend. Stay safe, stay warm. I don't know if that EDSA is going to be a late starter here or not. Sitting at 92 cents, almost 93. It's not really moving. Rime bouncing around a little bit. Looks like it's trying to climb, though. That's the one that Simicab awarded pilot with Coca-Cola in India. They've been awarded a pilot program with Hindustan. That's the name of the company, I suppose. Hindustan Coca-Cola Beverages Limited, a subsidiary of the Coca-Cola Company and its largest bottling partner in India. So dropping that name of Coca-Cola in there may help that one out a little bit. All right. Well, it's about 20 after, so the market's getting ready to open here in about 10 minutes. And thank you guys very much. We'll be back on again tomorrow morning at 7:45 on Traveling Trade Adventures. We're also going to be on Zoom as usual at 4 o'clock this afternoon to do after hours. We might get some press releases in after hours that we can take advantage of. So until then, you guys have a great day. Stay warm if you're up north. Stay warm if you're down south here. 30 degrees this morning in Central Florida. 30. It was cold this morning. That's why I got the hoodie on. It was cold. So you guys have a great day. And I'll see all of you tomorrow morning if you can make it. God bless.